right, guys. So we're going to be talking about some stocks for you guys to look out for to buy this
It's
week.
your boy Young Equity Devin. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button right now for me.
All
Let's get
right.
it.
And the first one up, Draftkings. So if you don't know, Draftkings is an application you can download to your phone, and that's basically a way for you to do sports gambling. You can set your own like fantasy roster, and depending on how you score versus the rest of America, you can win prizes. And in some states, you can straight up place bets on games and prop bets and things of that nature. Now, the reason I bring that up is it's currently at $64, which is near a 1 year all time high. But over time, this stock has room to grow, and I think it could hit $100 by 2022. I mean, let's look at it, right? There are less sports games right now, which means less opportunities to bet because they're shrinking seasons due to the illness. So once that normalizes, which I think will happen by 2022, and there's more widespread legalization of online gambling state to state, that is more money and funds being pumped into that company. So right now the market cap's about 47 billion. I could easily see it hitting 100 billion, which is why I think even though the stock is 64 right now, it could hit $100. But if you want to play it safe, go ahead and look for this stock to drop to about less than $60, and then you pounce on it and buy it.
Okay, so Chris, basically you're saying because that market cap is at 47 billion
Yes.
and it's potentially going to hit 100 billion and the stock is sitting around what you said $65?
$64.
It could $64. It could double because of what you feel like that market cap will be, right? So it'll
Yes.
go from 47 to 100 billion, which will then cause that price of the stock to increase, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Just trying to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So to piggyback off of that, you got the Super Bowl coming out, which is today, right?
Yes.
So you got the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. Your boy Patty Mahomes is gonna do his thing,
Yes,
you know.
sir. Yes,
so,
sir.
hopefully, they'll probably have some type of commercial come out. So that's gonna be, having a lot of people go buy that stock, and a lot of people are gonna be gambling around this time. So I definitely think that's a good play for this week coming up for sure, and a long term hold.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so another play that has been on my radar is Tilray, and the ticker symbol is TLRY. Tilray is a Mary Jane company, and if you guys don't know what Mary Jane is, you need to Google Rick James, and then after you Google Rick James, you need to look at the Dave Chappelle skit that Dave Chappelle did on Rick James. Anyway, so this company is based in Canada, and they also have offices all over the world in Australia, New Zealand. Also, they do a lot of exports, which means they, go from Canada to U.S. They do a lot of exports within the two countries, right? And with the criminalization in the United States, potentially from the House and the Senate, that could then boost their sales, okay? Which means they'll start growing revenues. Right now, it's sitting at $25.72, which is really low. When that IPO came out in 2018, it skyrocketed all the way to 214. So you know that it has a potential to hit the moon. So I believe with all the conversations about Mary Jane right now, Tilray is one of the best stocks to buy.
Okay, and they had a pretty good run last week, or
Yeah, they had a pretty good run. I was actually in the barbershop the other day,
Yeah.
and people talk to me about stocks all the time, and my barber was cutting my hair. He was like, I started investing in Mary Jane. I was like, okay, well, which one are you talking about? I was thinking about Sundial, Grow Generations, and he was like, Tilray. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, man, I've been looking at Tilray. He was like, when I invested in Tilray in the beginning of the year, in January, it was sitting at around $15. And now it's sitting at $25.72. That is a $10 increase from January to February. So I definitely think there's a potential here. And like I said, it's a spec play based off of what I think will happen around in the environment, but it's a great spec play, and I think they have room for growth.
Okay, so what price should somebody look to buy that at?
That's a good question. Anything under, if you can get in at $20, I think you should be golden. If you can get in at 19, that'd be perfect. I'm gonna wait for a dip, any type of dip. Hopefully a 10% dip, which will bring it around like $22, $23. So anywhere from 19 to 22, you're golden.
Okay, now that makes sense. I'll keep on the lookout for that as well. You know, I don't have any Mary Jane plays yet, but I hear a lot of people are getting growth from that.
Right.
Because again, everybody's speculating that with widespread decriminalization, that there will be a bigger market for it. And I agree, there will. I mean, by the time that you can buy from the gas stations and things of that nature, countrywide, you know, it's going to hit the moon. There's one more. They talk about, was it Planet 13 Holdings? I see another YouTuber talk about, don't know much about that company, but he just keeps pumping and pumping it up like it's going to be a 10x in the next 5 years. So there's some place to look out for in the coming week. So that's Draftkings and that's Tilray. All right, DraftKings, I say get under $60 if possible, but if you're going to long it, it doesn't matter. Just buy it and hold it. Tilray, you say get it about $20 to $22 a share.
Yep.
And if you're going to long it, don't worry about it.
Exactly.
All righty. Thank you for checking out this video about stocks about this upcoming week.